Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of the Grand Kindleflame Worlds. I'm your host, Alan Penn, of course, and YouTube is once again telling me there's problems with the stream. However, this time I am wiser and choose to ignore it. So we'll continue without the notion of YouTube saying that everything is wrong. Now, what I was planning on doing today was to continue working on our factory until a better idea comes up. And we're almost done with the big lava pit thing that we had in the middle. I think it's called, like, I don't know, whatever it's called. It's basically just a storage device for a bunch of stuff used to melt other stuff. So, in preparation, I have basically filled one half of a chest with lava buckets. So, for decoration, we have essentially just filled a chest full of magma. A wooden chest, mind you. This is a wooden chest. Keep that in mind. I would like to state that, just like in the other episode with the floating stone on the river, I think we should all note that I'm keeping half a chest full of magma in a wooden chest. Hello to Ravenpaw Tales, welcome to the stream. So I'm going to start moving this. A lot of the resources we have for today's episode are already in the fortress. Of course, a lot are in there, because I actually ran out of time to prepare this episode. I had to watch Paul's stream, and for some reason I didn't think, well, Paul's streaming, I guess I could just go and prepare my stream. But no, I didn't dedicate my full attention to that, so. Or just messing around in Overwatch while he was streaming. You know, either or. So that's the fortress so far. This is actually a pretty good angle to look at it. What I want to do is continue this stair structure all the way up into the mountainside, or maybe I might cap it off if at some point it just starts to look ridiculous. For now, I just want to continue that, make it look pretty grand. For this side, I want to continue that big lava spout up just a little more, and then maybe cap it off. I'm not sure how. Maybe I'll make it like a bowl design or something. And for this, I just want to have a big tower going all the way up, and maybe also capped up with stairs at some points. Or we could do something even more grand and make some upside-down stair designs. Who knows? Either way, as usual, I'll be taking suggestions from you guys. And yes, I have been using the clear weather commands. That's just for my sake, for your sake, for all our sakes. It's really painful to play while it's raining. Okay. So before I add the magma, I think the first thing we should do is actually prepare this, so that the magma just doesn't fall down and onto the landscape below. Might be the responsible thing to do. Not the thing a Wraith would have done, but, you know, for us, for our sakes. Also, in my last Minecraft stream, it was a very, very popular theme to use music. Well, I couldn't think of anything to talk about, so I guess for this stream, whenever I can't think of anything to talk about, I'll start up the iTunes for you guys. Seems like a pretty good compromise. To be honest, I might already be at that point. I'm not sure. You know, I came to this stream with a bunch of ideas of stuff I wanted to talk about. That would be very entertaining. And even maybe intellectual. But then, guys, guess what? I took the biggest dump of my life, and then all I could think about after that was that dump. So, yeah, every intellectual thought in my mind kind of just dissipated instantly. Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll resolve to the music shortly. Just want to make sure that I can't remember anything off the top of my head. Uh-oh. Yeah, 3 is the one we're going with. Oh yes, and I did update the map on the thumbnail of the stream, by the way, to include Full Run and Gragnor. 2 names, which of course I made up. They aren't inspired by anything, and they're actually one of the few names that aren't inspired by anything. Except for the fact that Gragnor kind of sounds like the Gungans' homeworld from Star Wars, but whatever. We'll just ignore that slight coincidence. And now I guess we'll start the music up, because I am at a loss of what to talk about. I had a few requests in the last stream. Pokemon music was by far the most popular, but I think for this stream we'll start up with just a little bit of calming Minecraft music, and I guess pause it when I have something better to talk about. Let's see. Sure. Okay, so I'm back here because I totally forgot I need glass for this project. There's not much point putting lava in this giant container if no one can tell that there's lava in there. You might as well have it empty, of course. So, genius of me, of course. A for effort in using my mind, but apparently I still need to work on that. Nope, today's just a pretty relaxed day, as the week has been. We're reaching the finals for this semester of school. Very fun, very exciting, very stressful, as I'm sure a few of you can agree with me on that one. I don't know if all schools work the same, but mine loves to characterize the finals of semester 1 as very big, very intense, very mind-working. They're not as intense as the finals for anything else, and some of my assignments even cost more of my grade if I get them wrong than the finals. So it's odd, but still, I guess it's a pretty good preparation for the actual finals. Okay, so big question. How do I want to do the glass here? Normally I would say I just turn this entire side to glass, as I do with most of my glass-clad containers for the Kindleflame castles, but if I did that, then they wouldn't have any sides. And one thing I hate about glass walls is when they have no sides. It makes them look very unrealistic, I suppose. As most glass you'll find has, you know, bars around it, like in the windows with the windowsills. If I just have a wall of glass sticking out there, it's going to look odd. So I either turn the entire thing to glass, which I might end up doing, or I had like one strip of glass, which might also look cool. And I think that's what I will end up doing. In fact, I might just half fill this container, as if some of the magma's already been used for destroying stuff. I think that could be good too, so I'll just get some dirt and do that. I hope I have some dirt. I do. Not nearly enough. Alright. Gee, guys. I don't think there's much dirt around here. Oh, we're gonna have to go on an adventure to look for some dirt. Adventure complete. I did play a very fun game of Age of Empires with Paul today. Very, very fun, that game. We were facing 3 elites, and there were 5 of us. And for anyone who doesn't know, elites are the hardest difficulty in Age of Empires, so we almost lost that game. Imagine that, a 3v5, and we almost lost. But it was a very good, well-played game by everyone. We brought it back around, like, the final part of the game, because the AIs aren't really designed to go much past the middle stage. I'm guessing the Industrial Age. The reason I bring Age of Empires up, however, is because I have some very cool Age of Empires music to show you all. Thought that was a nice transition into the music. These are actually a few of my favorite songs, just because I guess I like string instruments. There's something about string instruments that I just really enjoy, so hope you all enjoy. These songs are called... Oh, the names are really funny. They're called Oflicious and Leisurely Brows. And every time I see that, I just think of, wow, eyebrows, leisure. I don't know why that comes to mind instantly, but it always does. Anyway, enjoy. Alright, that was one of the two songs I wanted to show to you guys today. Unfortunately, our second song has been a little delayed by a sudden appearance of a few ghosts, which, you know, it happens to anyone, right? Most radio stations suffer these problems. Hopefully our local ghost exterminators can get rid of these guys. Actually, no, I've got a bow and arrow. I can do it myself. I'm my own ghost examiner. I watched a how-to video on YouTube, how to take care of ghosts. Uh-oh, missed that one. Okay, the how-to video is wrong. There we go, get him. Oh, he's coming again. Oh, no. And pew. Oh, I missed again. This how-to video is the worst. Oh, good God. Oh, they're swarming. I'm almost out of arrows. I got 4 left. This is terrifying, man. Why would Minecraft add this? This is just the worst. Oh, wow, they're right there. Hey, I reckon I can hit him with my sword. Do you think Smite has any effect on these morons? Bet it doesn't. Whoa, whoa. Jesus, that's close. Where is he? I don't like being right next to this lava while they're on me. Here, let's... Oh, I'm not going to touch that lava while they're... Oh, there's one. I want to make sure it's right on top of me before I use my arrow. Hey, he's swooping down. Good God, that's terrifying. Yeah, I got him. I reckon Smite does work. Oh, no. Oh! Okay, one last arrow should finish off this moron. Pew. Oh, bounced off him. Oh, man, this how-to video really is the worst. Ah! Oh, he's still alive. Get him! Yeah! Whoa, what the heck is this? Phantom membrane? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to know science speak before I can decipher what the heck this is. Come on, Minecraft. Goodness gracious. Thought this was a kid's game. Well, anyway. I guess we shall get us back to our regularly scheduled music song. And oh my God, the floor is on fire. Why did I not expect this? Glass, your presence is necessary. Now. Go, go, go. And perfect. Magic glass. Solves all your problems. Wood. Man, if only the floor on fire was this easy to fix in real life, my mom would never have caught me those few times. Anyway, enough speak. Back to the music, guys. We've got one song left. This is about, 3 minutes. 3 minutes of fun. Here you go. There you go. Leisurely browse and of-licious. Now, I'm pretty sure licious is a word that I'm stupid enough not to be pronouncing correctly and is actually a word instead of, you know, something they made up and I just think is silly. So, my apologies if that is just me being silly. It's entirely possible and probably the case that, yes, that is the case. So, great. Now this is coming along nicely. I'm not sure what these vents are for. Probably they're just going to be for, like, I don't know. When the explosions happen, all of the great steam and smoke that comes out of them is just siphoned through these vents, I like to think. I just really like this place because it's a home of explosions. It's the birthplace of explosions on this planet. You know, explosions were never really introduced. They never really had a place. But then a race said, you know what? I've got a bunch of garbage that I don't want, so I'm just going to blow it all up. And he used this facility just to blow it all up. And I just like to think about that, you know? The origins of... Boom. I just like to think it. Anyway. I'm not really sure what other purpose this facility would have besides power storage or... I don't know. Just burning stuff. I think that's the main purpose it was made for, so it doesn't really make sense that it's the first one we're building. But I think it has a nice, I don't know, just a nice. It is a nice. A nice describes it well. Anyway, the next song we've got, oh, what song should we play next? Probably just more Minecraft music if we don't have any requests. So I'll leave that open for a bit. You guys, send in your suggestions, and I'll, if I don't have the song, try to look it up on YouTube, see if I can find it for you guys. But if there is a song you want played, then just ask, and I'll be sure to do it. In the meantime, well, there's a plethora of things we could talk about, just none that I can think of at the moment. Oh yes, I did go to see the movie The Grinch just yesterday with my father, and for all those who think it's just a kid's movie and it's going to be really cringy and silly, don't think that. It's actually a really well animated movie. It's definitely doesn't have the amount of toilet humor that I thought it was going to have. It's actually pretty highbrow compared to most other Illumination movies. You know, nothing against Illumination, but they are the ones who created the Minions, so a little bias there. Creator bias, but it's better than I thought it was going to be, by far. Surpassed my expectations, anyway. It's a good movie to see, definitely a Christmas movie, and it doesn't immediately emulate that, you know, which The Grinch was in its original form. The animated flick came out in the 1900s. It's definitely not just a carbon copy of that. It has some new story points, it has a few new characters, and all the characters fit well with the general plot it proposes. So, I liked it as a whole. And it's definitely a family movie. It's not, like, violent or anything. Of course, you wouldn't go in there expecting it to be. I'm just, you know, saying. And that's probably all I'll say about it, because it was fun, and I wouldn't want to spoil anything. I say that about a lot of stuff. I really gotta try to be more specific without spoiling stuff. Looks like we don't have any immediate requests, so I guess we'll go back to Minecraft music. I did see one other movie yesterday. It was called To Be or Not to Be. Very, very funny show, and I think I'll talk about that a little later in the stream when we actually have some viewers who want to contribute, but yeah, for now we'll just turn on the music. Hope you guys enjoy, and as I said, if you want to be in the chat, just send a message, I'll respond, or, you know, just stare at it. Probably not stare at it. I'll at least read it. You know, you can at least have that peace of mind. I will read it, whatever you write. Unless this is a swear word, in which case I'll probably just kick you from the stream. But other than that, yeah, I'll read it, yeah. By the way, I'll note that I have not been reading off the names of the Minecraft songs played so far. Since I should probably start doing that, I'll start doing that. The one we first listened to was Mice on Venus. The one we just listened to was Wet Hands, and oh my god, I'm being attacked by another ghost. Darn those guys, they're just the worst. Now, you might think, Alan, those are some weird names for songs, and I'll agree, yes they are. Apparently, song creators have this thing going around where you can't make a good piece of music unless it has a very, very odd name. I've never really thought about it, but a lot of the songs I enjoy just have the most weirdest names. That is 3 of them. I cannot fight that. Did I get him? Nope. Maybe I can get him now. Ah, nope. One arrow left. Okay, that's not even enough to kill a single demon. Let's just try to ignore them and hope for the best. Oh god. These guys are the worst. Ow! Okay, gonna waste this one arrow. Yep, told you so. Ooh. Oh, good god! They're terrifying me. Doing more damage to myself. These guys are the worst, man. Whoa! Wow, that was rude. Ha! Ha ha! Darn it, could have finished him off. There's one left though, and I think I'll be left alone after this guy's dead, so happy about that. Yeah, I got him. Oh, nope, heard another one. Where is he? Drops a bit of garbage again. Well, I guess he phased out of existence, so we'll ignore him. So yes, very odd how the correlation between those songs' quality and their names holds for quite a few of my songs. It's funny. Not necessarily funny, just odd, I guess. I don't know, if you're a song creator and you want to make a good piece of music that, you know, stands out to people, that makes people want to listen to it again, then why would you call it something so unique? My first guess is so that people can, you know, remember it, so that they can say, oh yeah, well, I mean, nothing else on planet Earth is named that, so obviously it's this piece of music. But, I mean, people will look at this song called Turkey Basters, and they'll just think, well, this is an odd piece of music that I'm not going to listen to because it's probably just a guy throwing rocks at a wall. Like an audio clip of a guy throwing rocks at a wall. So, I mean, that doesn't really make any sense. I suppose it's just like a kind of closed community where people who've never listened to the song before will look at the name and just be repelled. And then people who have listened to the song and just don't care about the name will listen to it anyway and remember what it's called, but oh well. Anyway, on to our next piece of music. I think we'll listen to 3 songs unless someone else comes into the chat at this time. And I guess I will abruptly stop a song just to say hi to someone, or I'll unmute my microphone and say hi to them without stopping the song. That sounds a bit more reasonable, yeah. And, oh, good God. 3! Oh! I'm out of here! No! So, anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program. Hopefully, the demons don't make too much of a racket while we're trying to play music. Enjoy. Alright, so those songs were, let me check the names. We've got Sweden, Danny, those were the only two songs we listened to. Okay, that felt a bit longer than it actually was. Nope. 4 plus 1 is 5 minutes, so good job. Good job, me. Math. Me and my math, just always getting the correct answer. All the time. Except when it comes to time. Because I'm terrible at minutes and seconds. Oh my god, those are creepers. My sword has smite on it, not sharpness, so against creepers it's, well, basically a diamond sword, which isn't bad, but it's not as good as I'd like it to be, because these creepers are evil. No! Aha! I know 3 shots kills you, and you have wasted 1 shot, 2 shot, and 3 shots. Wahaha. That's done with. So, I guess since we haven't gotten anyone new in this chat, we'll just start talking about that movie, To Be or Not to Be. Now, at first, a few of you might recognize this as the soliloquy from Shakespeare's big play, the Hamlet. And it is. It is. The movie revolves around this particular line. Now, on its base, you know, most websites who showcase this movie will classify it as a drama. I, however, would never in my life call this movie a drama. It is, by all definitions, a comedy, because it's one of the movies which has made me laugh harder than most other movies have achieved. So we're going to be calling it a comedy for the sake of argument. Even though you might see it always classified as a drama. It's not a drama. Far from a drama. It's about as far from a drama as you can get. It's basically like I can't think of a good analogy for it. That's how ridiculous it is. So its setting takes place in a World War II era. You know, Nazi Germany, all of that. And it showcases the inner workings of an underground movement in, what was it? I don't want to get the name wrong, so I'm not going to try it, the name. All you need to know is that rebels who are fighting against the Nazis in Poland, I believe is the country, are being showcased in this movie. And at first you might say, well, Alan, how could that be a comedy? That sounds very serious. And it is. It's a very cool, informative little movie to show, hey, this is how the inner workings of, well, not most spy movements, but some movements actually worked. It's a comedy because, it's so hard to describe. They've got some fair jokes in there. I guess I can't really describe it because the jokes are really what gives it its flavor, and I could tell some of the jokes now, but that would be like spoiling the movie. Its plot points are nice, and it's well constructed, so all I can really say is that even though it was made in 1942, it is a movie worth watching. For anyone who wants something to watch, it is excellent, and I really enjoyed it. So there you go, 2 movies that I recommend for you guys to watch. What do you know about that? Becoming an advertiser now. It's almost like I'm sponsored by these movies. Please God, no. Though I wouldn't mind being sponsored by To Be or Not to Be. I'd have to improve my content, which I guess I would mind, but it wouldn't be the worst. Alright, let's check how ridiculous this looks now, because I need some melons. Whew, I was afraid I made those smokestacks a bit too short. I might heighten them at some point. Well, they look okay. My main goal for this little tower here is going to be to make it shorter than this circular tower. I feel like having them at the same height might look a little ugly, as it does right now. So I'm going to cap this off probably right here. Keep this going for a few more blocks. Maybe 5 could be good. 5's probably overkill, but we'll go with 5 for now. And, yeah, go from there as soon as I get some food. Now, the stream is about 10 minutes from being over. And we're getting into the Minecraft Volume Beta collection, so yeah, we're almost out of music too. I do hope you guys have enjoyed so far. I've enjoyed listening to the music. The music's very nice. And I have enjoyed talking about the movies, too. Movies are good. Of course, for all of you, good luck with your final exams for semester 1. We're only a few weeks away from being complete with this darn first semester. Then we can celebrate Christmas and guess what? Go back to work. Oh, isn't it joyous? Isn't it just delightful, the thought? Going back to school after getting out of school. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. I'm blushing so much right now. It's just so happy. It's making me jolly. I feel jolly inside. Oh yes, I did mention Age of Empires as well earlier in the stream because I did record that encounter and, sorry, one second. I did record that engagement, and hopefully, after a bit of editing, should be on the channel soon. I haven't posted a video in a while, and I'm sorry about that, guys. My Thanksgiving break kind of threw me off a little. I drove all the way from Florida to Nebraska, and back again. Could have flown, but no. Nope. I didn't want to fly anyway. Tickets are expensive, and I got to meet some relatives along the way. If we'd have flown, then might as well have dropped bombs on them. We wouldn't have been able to see them anyway. So that's good. I always think it's a better opportunity to meet family members than to just fly past them, in my opinion. Especially if you're going out on a trip specifically designed to meet family. Seems a little of defeating your purpose there. So anyway, I'll get back to the music, and the first song is Moog City 2, for anyone who's wondering. For anyone who's wondering why it's called that, you're better luck asking your local librarian. And I should specify on the case of To Be or Not to Be, the movie I mentioned a few minutes prior in the stream, that there is the original version made in 1942 and a remake of the entire movie done by Mel Brooks sometime afterwards, obviously. Now, from what I hear, Mel Brooks' version is even funnier than the original, which I'd guess to be true. I mean, Mel Brooks, obviously, he's the creator of Spaceballs, so I don't really know how he couldn't make it funny. But I haven't seen it, so I cannot say for sure. So just beware, guys, if you are gunning to watch that movie. I have not seen the Mel Brooks version. The original version was in black and white, so if you're watching a black and white movie, you know you're at the right one, the one I talked about. But then again, if you're watching the Mel Brooks one, I guess you couldn't really go wrong with that either, because, as I said, Mel Brooks, you could go wrong with him. So, anyway, yeah, back to the music. Okay guys, we've about reached the end of the stream, so for today I think I'll sign off, as we are completely devoid of resources. I do hope you've all enjoyed the music mostly, because most of the stream was the music. And so far we're looking pretty good on this original project. Wow, that was eerie. Thanks, nature. Great addition. Good for you. But as always, I'll see you guys in about a week. Sunday, 6 p.m. should be the time for our next stream. I'm not exactly sure. I'll obviously post updates on Twitter if anything else changes. But for now, I'll see you guys later.